Hello, I'm Gordon Lang, editor of CameraLabs.com. I'd like to show you some video clips filmed with the Panasonic Lumix DMC-GH1. You're actually watching the first of them right now. I'm stood about 1 metre in front of the GH1 and the sound you hear is recorded by its built-in stereo microphones. Now the GH1 has got some fairly unique qualities when it comes to recording video compared to rival cameras. For starters, it offers a choice of HD recording formats, 720p or 1080p, and in the choice of either AVCHD or motion JPEG compression, although the latter is only available at resolutions up to 720p here. Again, unlike most rival models, the camera can autofocus while you're filming, and there's even full manual control over exposures if that's the thing you want. There's also a socket for an external microphone if you want better sound quality, and even the kit lens is designed with video in mind, with very quiet aperture and autofocus adjustments. So in terms of specification, it looks like the GH1 has got everything you want in terms of high definition video, but how does it really look in practice? What follows are a number of clips all filmed in the GH1's 1080p format and encoded using AVCHD. I'll describe what's happening in each clip, and once again that sound will also be recorded by the GH1's built-in microphones. If you'd like to find out more about this camera, then don't forget to check out our full review over at CameraLabs.com. There you'll be able to see how its actual image quality compares against rival models, along with finding out about all of its other features and a very detailed rundown of all of those movie mode options. But now, without further ado, let's take a look at some of those GH1 movie clips. This first sequence was filmed with the GH1 mounted on a tripod and with the kit lens zoomed out and image stabilization disabled. As you can see, it looks very smooth and detailed. You can of course zoom the lens while filming, but this is best done with the camera on a tripod to avoid twisting. The AF search is little at the end and it's quicker in 720p mode, but at least it's trying. Now to a handheld sequence. I'm panning here with image stabilization enabled and the kit lens fully zoomed in. There's some motion artifacts here, partly due to panning with IS, but around this point onwards there's evidence of the infamous jello effect thanks to handheld wobbling and manual zooming. So if this is how you generally film your videos, you'll be better off with a dedicated camcorder. If the motion is fairly gentle though, handheld footage when zoomed in can look pretty good with IS, but be careful who you point your camera at. Handheld work can be more forgiving when you're using wider angle lenses such as the 7-14mm used here, fully zoomed out to an ultra-wide equivalent of 14mm. This lens is capable of delivering some spectacular looking footage. One of the best aspects of the GH1's video mode is manual control over exposure, which has allowed us to accentuate the colours in this sunset and get the exposure exactly how we want it. The large sensor also delivers relatively clean results in low light. This was shot at 1600 ISO with the aperture wide open and the shutter speed set to 1/30, again handheld with IS. It's also possible to achieve a shallow depth of field and switch focus from one region to another, although the manual focusing ring on the 14-140mm required a lot of turning here. Now back to the 7-14mm ultra-wide lens, fully zoomed out, and the camera shooting at 1600 ISO in creative manual. Now this lens becomes manual focus when shooting in 1080p mode. This concert footage was filmed with the 14-140mm fully zoomed in and the camera handheld with stabilization, again using the maximum 1600 ISO with the aperture wide open and the 1/30 shutter speed. The sound was captured with the built-in microphones. And finally some fireworks, filmed handheld with the 7-14mm, this time fully zoomed in and pre-focused before filming. Same exposure as before, 1600 ISO, maximum aperture and the slowest 1/30 shutter speed that's available for 1080p. A firmware update offers exposures down to half a second, but only for 720p video. So a wide range of footage illustrating the GH1's flexibility and quality when it comes to filming video. Once again, if you'd like to know more about this camera and how it compares to rival models, check out our full review at CameraLabs.com.